ISAF was complaining that it was front page news about these 6 service members who were killed.
That's not what the Secretary said.
The person asking the questions in this exchange is a reporter from CNN. The reporter is pushing back against claims that the media intentionally tries to damage the president's image. He explains that when tragic events happen, especially when American troops stationed in the Middle East lose their lives, it naturally becomes major national news.
Caitlin, and that's not what the Secretary meant, and you know it. You know you're being disingenuous. We've never had a Secretary of Defense who cares more.
Responding to the reporter is Karoline Leavitt, who is speaking on behalf of the administration. She strongly disagrees with the reporter's framing and argues that the media is misrepresenting what the Secretary of Defense actually said. According to her, the reporter knows that the statement is being taken out of context.
It's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad.
Yeah,
as you know, we cover the deaths of U.S. service members under every president.
The press does only want to make the president look bad. That's a fact. Especially you. No.
From the reporter's point of view, covering such tragedies is simply part of the media's responsibility. He argues that reporting on the deaths of soldiers is not an attempt to attack the government or make the president look bad. Instead, it is the duty of journalists to inform the public about serious events involving the military. By saying, "I don't think covering troop deaths is wrong," the reporter is defending the role of the press and questioning accusations that the media is acting with political bias.
Especially you and especially CNN. And the Secretary of Defense cares deeply about our war fighters and our men and women in uniform. He travels all across this country to meet with them, to connect with them, and your network has hardly ever probably reported on that. You also had the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Chairman Kane, who's a brave patriot, standing alongside the Secretary at the Pentagon this morning, again expressing his condolences to these families. And I just told you that the President of the United States will be attending their dignified transfer. So please.
Leavitt also accuses the media, especially CNN, of consistently portraying the administration in a negative way. She claims that many networks focus heavily on criticism and controversy while ignoring actions that demonstrate support for the military and their families.
Yeah, that's showcasing that.
We expect you to cover that as you should. We expect you to cover that as you should, Caitlin. But you and your network know that you take every single thing this administration says and tries to use it to make the president look bad. That is an objectable fact.
I don't think covering troop deaths is trying to make.
If you're trying to argue right now that CNN's overwhelming coverage is not negative of President Donald Trump, I think the American people would tend to agree, and your ratings would tend to disagree with that as well.
She highlights that the Secretary of Defense and military leaders have expressed condolences to the families of the fallen soldiers and stresses that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, will attend the dignified transfer ceremony for the troops. Her main argument is that the administration deeply respects the military, and she believes the media should report those actions with the same level of attention as they give to criticism.